So it looks like you're doing some research on apartment buildings here in Dallas, and maybe you actually live in the area, or maybe you don't even live in Texas. And regardless of the case, you're going to want to check out this video. We are kissing Highland Park, which, if you know of Highland Park, is the Beverly Hills of Dallas. And I'm going to cover every minute detail that this building has to offer. Everything from the floor plans, pricing, to the incentives, the pool, the gym, the parking garage, the dog park, every single nook and cranny, so that way you can get an idea on if novel could be a good choice for you. And if it's your first time swinging by the channel, welcome. My name's Lucas. I'm an apartment locator here in Dallas, and every single day I get calls, texts, and emails from folks like you, and 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 you, helping them find apartments and condos all throughout the Dallas area. So if you ever have any questions about anything that I cover, feel free to drop me a line. All of my information is below in the description. I'd be more than happy to help answer any questions that you might have. Without any further ado, let's go check out Novel. Novel Turtle Creek is a 20-story luxury high-rise that's located in the quiet and safe Turtle Creek neighborhood, and we are also just a hop, skip, and a jump from the Highland Park area. And for those of you that are not familiar, Highland Park is the most prestigious neighborhood in all of Dallas-Fort Worth. And the reason why I'm saying this is because you're probably going to start scratching your head when you see pricing for some of these floor plans. I mean, $5,000 for a one-bedroom apartment might sound outrageous, but when you consider the area along with all of the other factors that are tied to this building, I think will help justify why they're charging what they're charging. And as we're going through the lobby, I kind of felt like I was being escorted through the White House. I mean, you've got the wood pillars, crown molding, white walls, a one-of-a-kind chandelier. You've also got a marble backdrop behind the concierge desk. This is just one of the most unique lobbies I have ever seen at an apartment building in Dallas, and I feel like it would have been a shame not to record it. Talking more about the layout of the building, we've got just 206 units comprised of 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, and penthouses. So no studios here, and they opened their doors in October of 2021. All the amenities are on the 5th floor, so the pool, gym, conference rooms, etc. They then have a dog park and a dog wash on the ground level, and they also have guest suites for around $250 a night, and then also 3 elevators behind the concierge desk, of which you'll see here in a second. And we are also going to be showing you 4 different floor plans. In terms of parking, the residents will have 2 separate garages, and each garage will have 4 floors. And there's also several EV chargers. I took a close-up of the charging stations, so that way you can get an idea of which brand they are using. You also obviously have the valet parking for your guests, Monday through Sunday from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Every time I come here, I just use valet, and it's very, very easy. And I'm also going to be walking down the parking garage here because I want to show you where the automated gate is, so that way you can get a sense of the security for the garage. Only residents with parking passes will be allowed in, and you will also have a 24/7 concierge. Our first floor plan is going to be the oak, coming in at just under $3,000, which is actually a moderately priced 1 bedroom compared to some of the other floor plans that you're going to see. But in the majority of these units, you are going to have hardwood in your living room and kitchen, tile in your bathrooms, and then carpet in your closets and bedrooms. And as we're looking around this unit, I actually don't mind it. It kind of reminded me of these studios over at Maple Terrace. But what's cool about it is that they have punched some holes in the wall separating the living room from the bedroom that can be used for shelving or storage or whatever. which also allows some natural light to shine in. I've actually never seen that before, so shout out to Novel on that. You're also going to have a stackable Samsung washer dryer in the utility closet near the patio. But I guess the only downside that I can see to this unit is that the bathroom and bedroom are not together. So yes, you will have to exit the bathroom through the entryway in order to get to your bedroom. But aside from that, I think all in all, it's a pretty dope unit for under $3,000 in one of the safest areas in all of Dallas. Next up is a 2-bedroom called the Irving, and try not to let the price point blow your socks off. This is more than 3 times the square footage of the smaller 1-bedroom that we just saw, but it will give you more context as far as the sophistication of some of these finish outs and the attention to detail that were made by the designers of this building. You will have your own utility room as opposed to just a closet. Both bedrooms will have a walk-in closet as well, and there is a built-in entertainment stand in the living room in case you don't feel like putting holes in the wall for your TV. But I think one of my favorite things about this stand is the built-in LED lights that are going to illuminate whatever you decide to put on these shelves. And lastly, you will have a humongous floor-to-ceiling windows in your living room along with a spacious balcony. Now moving up to the Highland, which is one of the penthouse units. All of the penthouses are on the 19th and 20th floors. And as a sidebar, the lights were not on in this unit because the building was in the middle of a change out as a tenant had just moved out. But I still wanted to show it to you because I thought the view was breathtaking, and it was a super sunny day when I shot this, and there was so much light coming into the unit that I felt like it was still worth shooting. But all that aside, you'll see that the two smaller bedrooms are actually nestled behind the kitchen, and then the larger bedroom is going to be off of the living room in the corner. One of my favorite things about this unit is that the larger bathroom has its own tub with a pretty sweet view out the window, and there's also just a lot of closets and storage in here. Here in a second, you'll see me walking in the hallway behind the kitchen, which I think I counted like 5 or 6 different doors and closets. So if you have extra storage, Christmas decorations, clothes, shoes, what have you, you're gonna be able to do some pretty good damage here in terms of extra space. But another cool thing about this unit is what you're going to see at the end. There is a turfed balcony, and it is absolutely gigantic. I feel like you could play a game of flag football out here, and it's also facing the skyline, so it's got a pretty sweet view of the city. But believe it or not, the next penthouse I'm about to show you has even a bigger balcony, of which you will see here shortly. last floor plan will be the Preston penthouse. This is a 2-bedroom with a den, and you'll see the den here in a second. It's off of the side of the secondary bedroom, so obviously more ideal if you or your roommate worked from home. Y'all could possibly turn this into an office, and I've heard that a resident has actually turned this den into a movie room, so you can kind of pick your poison there. But similar style compared to the other units in terms of hardwood in your common areas, carpet in your closets, etc. But one thing that's different about the penthouses is that the master bedroom is going to have that hardwood that you just love to see. So not sure if you noticed that during the Highland segment that we just saw, but wanted to make sure that I pointed that out. And lastly, we'll head out to the balcony here in a second, which is not turfed, but I'm sure you could if you wanted to. It's a lot wider than the balcony of the Highland that we just saw, and it has to be the longest and widest balcony that I have ever seen for an apartment unit here in Dallas.
Quick pause. If you're getting any value whatsoever from this video, then you got to do this thing just like all of these people are doing. And the reason why they're doing it is because as a locator here in Dallas, I do have relationships with the majority of the leasing offices in the area, and I can help you capture additional incentives and move-in bonuses past whatever public incentives that the office is giving you, of which can help make your living situation just a little more affordable. And the buildings actually incentivize me to bring new residents through the door. So it's not like you'd be cutting me a check for my services. That is being taken care of by the other party. So it is absolutely no skin off your back to go ahead and reach out, preferably before you tour. And I would do absolutely the best that I can for you.
Moving over to the amenities, we're going to walk through the Live Oak Lounge here on the 5th floor, which is pretty cool because it's the center of attention and the other conference rooms branch off of it. And there is also a den that is connected to it that you'll see here in a second. But similar presidential vibes that we were getting down in the lobby, there's definitely a theme to this building of which you're going to see ring true to the other areas outside of the units themselves. But for the Live Oak Lounge, you will have a huge seating area along with a massive island for when friends and family come to visit. There's also a coffee machine along with all of the syrups that you're going to need. And this also overlooks the pool area. So naturally, you're going to get a lot of sunlight in here. My favorite part of this section is going to be the Dogwood Den. It just feels like you're walking into a speakeasy. So there's a U-shaped bar area with black countertops, fancy drinkware inside of the shelving, a sofa that looks like it was pulled out of a time machine. And there's also some pretty cool artwork across the bar showcasing some classic cars. And I know that this would never be allowed, but like when I walk in here, I just feel like I'd want to light up a cigar and sip an old fashioned. It seems like this is where the guys would hang out after a long day to talk about manly things. And then moving over to the conference rooms, you're gonna have two over here on the 5th floor and then one down below on the lobby level. But obviously this is the Magnolia room, and this is gonna be the largest, most grandiose of the three. So obviously a huge conference table. You could host a family or friends dinner here. You could also probably give a presentation or maybe even have a business meeting. Next, you've got the Redbud room, which I'm not sure how much work you could possibly get done in here. Not sure if you'd be able to have your laptop on your lap or maybe just take a quick phone call, but regardless, it's private. And now we've got the Mulberry room down here on the 1st floor, which obviously has a seating area for you to be able to get some work knocked out. Next up is the gym, and it's about what I expected. It actually reminded me of the gym over at the Serene, and it's quiet, clean, tidy, and not a soul in sight. Mind you, I was here at 12:30 on a Tuesday afternoon, but what I like about it is how they've spaced out all of the equipment. I hate it when buildings shove 10 pounds of stuff in a 5-pound bag and you can barely walk around, but it's obvious that Novel knew what they were doing when they set this up. Didn't see any loose barbells, but you will have a Smith machine with a ton of cardio equipment, and I think the dumbbells went up to about 75 pounds, which isn't too bad. But all in all, not a bad looking gym, and I think you can do some pretty good damage in here. Next up is the pool, and right off the bat, I'm just going to say that this has got to be one of the most aesthetic looking pools I have seen in all of Dallas. The way that all of the patio furniture is set up around the perimeter is seamless. I also like how they set up dual loungers in all four corners of the pool just to add some extra taste, but you'll also have some turf on the corners of the perimeter out here. But I think the coolest part of this pool are the flower pots along the edge. And if you look closely here in a sec, in the pool, you'll see how the white petals drop into the pool over time, which gives it more of a pond vibe that just makes you kind of want to jump in on a hot summer day. And if you've seen some of my other videos, I usually don't speak so passionately about the pool area, but I feel like in this situation it's probably justified. A picture is worth 1,000 words. This is definitely my favorite part of the building, and with that, I'm gonna go ahead and hit the mute button and let you take the rest of it in. So believe it or not, your dogs are going to have their very own elevator button when they want to go out to the dog park. And as we're coming out here, it was just as I had expected. Very clean, tidy, not a ton of presents laying on the ground. I believe they pressure wash the turf about 3 to 4 times a week, but it's very safe and secure. You've got a wrought iron gate here at the end, and then a smaller gate off to the side. But all in all, a pretty decent amount of space here that is all enclosed for the dogs to run around and stretch their legs. And lastly, I'm going to walk down the main street right in front of the building here, and I'm going to walk to the intersection of Throckmorton and Irving. So as I start here, you've got the private school directly to my left, and I just want you to get an idea of the safety and security as we're walking further down this street. I'm essentially going to stop right at the intersection, and you will see me in the middle of a subdivision, and then I'm going to turn back around and walk towards the intersection of Irving and Oaklawn. And if you're not familiar with the area, Oaklawn is a very, very busy street, and I wanted you guys to see it in terms of the busyness, as this is going to be the main street that you're going to be turning off of if you are going to be entering the parking garage.
maybe you're still scratching your head thinking, you know what, I'm not sure if the novel is going to be the best fit. Not sure if I cared a whole lot about the floor plans. I wonder what else is out there. Feel free to check out this playlist because I did a video tour much like this one over some of the most popular buildings here in Dallas, which will be helpful if you're doing some more research. And that is all we're going to be covering today. Hope y'all stay safe and we'll see you in the next video. Y'all be good.